I wanna fuck you like an animal. You get me closer to God. God!
Hello there, everyone. This is Nick and Mike from CSN Report. Greetings from Florida and CSN Stuff It. We were doing some research into one of the stories for our Greetings from Florida. A woman who violated a satanic monument at the local at the Florida State Capitol building.
Florida State Capitol at the Florida State Capitol.
And we just wanted to say, while we were doing the research on it, we stumbled across this.
It's a Christian support page explaining the struggles of Susan Heinrich, Christian warrior.
Yes, they detail her Susan Heinrich, the Christian warrior.
Susan Heinrich, the Christian warrior.
Da-da-da.
Christian warrior!
Well, I believe it was actually Catholic warrior on her shirt.
Oh, Catholic warrior. Oh, that's not as funny.
Yeah, apparently this one... I don't know if this one got let off or not, but...
Well, the charges were dropped, apparently.
Yeah.
They're not going to prosecute her.
Yeah, apparently it's not a hate crime.
It's not a hate
Even
crime.
though she committed it against
It's
a
not
group.
a hate crime to vandalize a satanic, what is it, monument? It's satanic. It's not a crime to vandalize.
It's a public display that was authorized by the Capitol.
It's not a crime to vandalize a satanic display.
Yeah, it's not a hate crime if it's Satan you're hating on. Is it?
Hail Satan.
No, but basically, we were checking through this, and it's completely ridiculous. So Mike's gonna read through it here, and we're just gonna add in some little clip notes here for everyone.
Okay, Susan Heinrich, Catholic warrior, Susan Heinrich, Catholic warrior. A 50-year-old Christian woman is facing up to 60 days in jail for peacefully standing up for her faith during the Christian season in Florida's Capitol building.
Peacefully? No, this was not peaceful. This was destruction, willful, violent destruction.
She snatched the devil figure from the satanic display at the state capitol,
which is about as best as she could do, but
yeah, that's not that peaceful. Okay. Recently, the Florida State Capitol building in Tallahassee, Florida, has become ground zero for anti-Christian attacks during the Christmas season.
Which anti-Christian attacks would these be? Thank you very much.
Atheists and Satanists have insisted on usurping Christians and their holiday season by putting up displays that defame, mock, and attack the Christianity during the season celebration of the birth of Christ.
No. This, you see, they put up their monument for their holiday, and the Satanists put up a monument for theirs. They're celebrating their deity.
Is the creation story in the Bible? I've never read it in the Bible.
The creation?
No, not the creation. The little baby thing.
Oh, what we refer to as the modern nativity story is actually a compilation of 4 different versions of the birth of Christ,
I know what it is.
Yeah.
It just isn't actually in the Bible.
Yeah, well, you could argue that it is and it isn't, because in one of them, it has Jesus Christ being born in a cave. So, some of these are consistent, some of them are not.
All right, whatever.
Apparently, Jesus was a baby at one point. That's they are all agreed that his name was Jesus.
We'll accept that. Jesus was a baby at one point. Yeah. Okay. All right. So celebrating the birth of Christ, a time of the year that would otherwise serve no other purpose for atheists and Satanists.
Bullshit.
Atheists like Christmas.
I love Christmas. You love Christmas.
Satanists love Christmas.
I got my little Star Wars Anakin Skywalker manger out this year, and a little pagan Christmas tree.
Is Santa Claus even a Christian figure?
No.
He's just a dude that gives you presents.
Yeah,
he's fat and he works for the Coca-Cola company. Come on.
How could you not love that?
Okay, back to the reading. rather than applying for their own holiday season, again, we don't have to apply.
Yeah,
Christmas is for everyone.
Yeah, I just celebrated Christmas as the birth of the Lord and Savior. My Savior just so happens to be Anakin Skywalker. So, fuck you guys.
You know that dude's a total dick, right?
That's not what it's about, man. It's bad.
Rather than apply for their own holiday season for such displays, they chose to malign, defame, and grossly offend the others in their anti-Christian attacks.
How is oh, I'm sorry. We're sorry for existing, everyone. We're sorry for just choosing to be treated equally and have our own holiday representation be put up. We're sorry. We're maligning you by doing that.
To be fair, it is fucking hilarious.
It is
just
absolutely
fucking
hilarious
to have a monument, a satanic monument at the state capitol house. Alright. Okay, in 2014, Satanists and atheists combined to focus their efforts in the Florida Capitol building with attacks on traditional Christmas nativity scenes. To display on public property during the Christmas holiday, these anti-Christian groups created and proposed a satanic display. The same display which was rejected in 2013 for being grossly offensive. It is not offensive. It is cute. It is very cute.
It is a novelty. It is like, oh, look at that. That's ridiculous. Yeah. It's a parody of anything else.
Yeah. And in 2013, it was seen as being grossly offensive and deemed only to serve the purpose of offending believers during the Christmas season.
No, I'm sure.
I find it very spiritual.
I didn't. We don't even believe in the devil either. Like, yeah, this is very inspiring.
All right. While the display was rejected the year before in 2014, however, this exact same display was repurposed with the accompanying threat of a lawsuit.
Wait, hold on. This exact same display was repurposed. That is a contradiction. If it's repurposed, then it's not exactly the same.
Okay, with accompanied with threats of lawsuit. This is, of course, Florida. It is very litigious. All right.
Maybe it's because that the Capitol was breaking the law by the American Constitution by giving special privilege to the Christian monument and not and excluding the Satanist church.
Okay, the state of Florida caved in and allowed the Satanists to do what they wished. Not caving in.
They're not really doing what they wished. They put up a Christmas decoration. They weren't having a blood orgy on the Capitol steps.
Do Satanists do blood orgies still? I mean, I've gone over this. Blood is a terrible lubricant.
Yeah, you've made it very clear. I mean, Christian never complained, but...
Yeah. As a result, the Holy Nativity scene featuring Mary, Joseph, and the infant Christ child being overseen by an angel was removed. It was not removed.
That did not happen. It was still there. The woman passed by it. I think it's actually still in the video footage of her destroying the monument.
Alright, okay, as I go on. Was removed from the Capitol building just before Christmas on December 22nd, 2014. Again, didn't happen. And replaced with a crude and offensive cardboard display of the Satanic Temple of Florida. It was not crude. It was well done.
It was very characteristic. It was what's that style? It's like new.
It was modern. I wouldn't say it was new vogue.
Oh.
But yeah, it was modern.
I was gonna say like sort of trashy chic.
No, it's very modern. I mean, I think they could have gone crazier with it, but I like it. The satanic display featured a crude depiction of the angel falling into the fires of hell, and a demonic pentagram symbol. Alright, the symbol is there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, wow. Oh my god, there's a pentagram. Those terrible people. Because the Bible says so many times, do not follow the pentagram.
The pentagram is... The pentagram?
Stars with circles are strictly prohibited.
A demonic pentagram symbol with a goat's head, demonic behemoth, utter mockery of the Christian faith on the most celebrated and holiest day of the Christian year.
The entire Satanist religion is a mockery of the Christian faith.
Okay.
Have you never heard about Anthony LaVey?
Alright, so Christmas Eve and Christmas. The display then stated a message to the visiting public. Happy holidays from the Satanic Temple. That's
those
nice.
bastards. Those evil bastards wishing people a happy holiday and taking away the meaning of the season. Like, that's the entire reason Christians do it, so they can wish people a Merry Christmas. It's Christmas with Christ in it, and not Saturn. It's Christmas.
Your annoying whininess just gives like validity to these dick bags.
That's what they sound like.
Okay, the state of Florida has given Christmas to the Satanists. It has not.
Trust me,
that would be awesome if it
that
did.
would be I'd like to see that, honestly.
Florida probably belongs to Satan. There's a lot of corruption and just evil shit happening anyway. Right, now Susan Heinrich, a Tallahassee, Florida woman, is facing criminal charges.
For a crime.
They've been dropped today. They were dropped today. After she peacefully stood up against this particularly offensive and anti-Christian display.
Okay, here once again, if you find yourself destroying,
she didn't destroy it. She wasn't strong enough. She grabbed at it.
Trying to destroy something or vandalize something, that is what you call non-peaceful.
Okay.
Peaceful would have been going up and standing outside and saying, "This is very impolite," or actually, God hates Satan. Would have
I think they would have let her stood in the state capitol with a sign that just expressed how unhappy she was. It was to be there. That
just
would be
need a permit.
Yeah, that would be peaceful. Okay.
Yes, that would have been peaceful protest.
The next line was she was peaceful and respectful to the Capitol Police.
Oh.
And she was not charged with any offense other than malicious injury. This crude and grossly offensive satanic cardboard display.
Wait a second. How is it an injury if it's not a living creature? It's damage if it's an inanimate object.
All right, let me keep going. Miss Heinrich, a 54-year-old Catholic woman, has been criminally charged with interfering with the satanic display on December 23rd, 2014.
Wonder why.
No charges have been dropped. The satanic display was placed in the very same place previously occupied by the Holy Nativity scene. I'm not exactly sure about that. It was exactly in the place it was already in. Susan Heinrich, a previously law-abiding citizen, I strongly doubt that, with no criminal history whatsoever, was handcuffed by police and taken into Leon County Detention Facility, where she was booked and had her mugshot taken. She has now been charged by the Office of the State Attorney with the crime of criminal mischief under $200, a second-degree misdemeanor. She faces a criminal conviction of up to 60 days in jail. Again, been dropped. She serves nothing.
She pays no penalty at all, other than a little bit of inconvenience, which...
Yeah. Okay, not satisfied with merely having her jailed and charged with a crime. Again, not in jail.
Yeah, once again, she's in holding. It's like...
She was in holding for a brief time that everybody who gets arrested gets put in, and then nothing.
Yeah, and she was released too, so the fuck.
Okay, the Satanist group and the Americans for the Separation of Church and State harassed her employer for 4 years.
How is that possible?
Has this been going on for 4 years? A research firm, and she was subsequently let go. Justice? Some justice?
Wait, what the hell is going on here?
I don't know if that's true, but if it's true,
what did she do 4 years ago that she was being harassed for?
I think is this story 4 years old?
No, this story is like a year old. It's not even a year old. She did that, what was it?
Oh,
in 2014. It was like 4 months ago.
I guess she was employed for 4 years. Okay. Alright, the Satanists are now intimidating and accusing Miss Heinrich of hate crimes.
I wonder why.
This kind of is a hate crime.
Oh, really? The only problem here is a hate crime doesn't really... It just doubles your sentence.
Yeah.
So...
As a result, this real and actual maliciousness, Miss Heinrich...
Yes, the one she committed.
Miss Heinrich is unemployed, facing legal fees, and the costs and these anti-Christian groups are succeeding in their anti-Christian attack on their wish to corrupt the nation which was founded by a belief in God. Actually, it was trying to get away from God. Alright, well, this goes on. Miss Heinrich needs help from like-minded people who can stand beside her in this fight. Again, not fighting. Even let her go. They don't give a shit. Miss Heinrich stands strong in her Christian faith. Yeah, because you're crazy. And knows what is right and what is wrong. Yeah, like, going and attacking somebody's property. Yeah, that's right. And
destroying a peaceful public image.
Yeah, and she does not believe she committed a malicious criminal offense. She did. The state kind of agrees with her. Alright?
That's kind of the problem.
What the Satanists and Florida...
Okay, how the hell did they get her fired, and why the fuck were they harassing her in the first place? What the fuck did she do? Like, did they just spring up, like, did they have, like, a big corkboard filled with just devoted Christians, and they just threw a dart and it landed on her? They're like, good, we're gonna ruin her life.
I'd ruin her life? I don't like her.
I think she might have done something to offend them.
Okay, alright, it continues. What the Satanists in Florida have done to Susan is wrong. Wrong.
And what was that exactly?
Is wrong is in bold. So
yes, it's it's wrong. They did something to her by trying to hold her accountable for her crimes.
Yeah, what Florida allowed the Satanists to do to Christians during the Christmas season is wrong. Again,
and what was that? What was that they were doing to you by existing? How dare you? How dare we exist?
Yeah, is wrong is in bold.
Us terrible atheists and those best friends of ours, the Satan. Do you even know a single Satanist personally? You know, like a whole bunch of fucked up people online, but I don't know a single honest Satanist.
Like I said, it's like a '90s thing. To be honest with you, I don't even know anybody who keeps doing it.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, please support Susan during this great time of trial and tribulations.
Yeah, she doesn't need your help.
Nice Bible.
Send her a message telling her she's a cunt bitch. I'm sure she's on Facebook.
Don't harass people. That's just wrong. Please support the efforts to prevent these anti-Christian attacks from happening during our next Christmas season in Florida.
Don't you Satanists exist next year in Florida. Don't you dare.
Yeah, this account was created to assist in a few areas. 1. Miss Heinrich is now the target of these satanic groups and the Americans United for the Separation of Church and State.
Oh, really? I wonder why.
They have successfully harassed her employer, threatening subpoenas on them, and had her subsequently let go.
Why do I doubt that? Because there is literally no way you can... First of all, you can't do anything to her employer. You can do that to her because she has committed an actual hate crime, and she has destroyed someone else's property, or tried to at least.
Yeah, okay. This account is intended to assist Miss Heinrich in her daily living expenses until she's able to find full-time employment once again. Miss Heinrich is facing criminal charges in Session Judicial Court in Leon County, Florida. That's not true. Home of the Florida State Capitol. Miss Heinrich must now mount a substantial defense. Again, dropped. Nothing.
Dropped.
In criminal court. And work to avoid the absurd threat of hate crimes being levied against her. Nothing.
No, you committed... Don't worry, it's not absurd. You see, this is how a hate crime works. When you use religious or racial reasons to motivate, and this is the definition, to motivate a crime, that makes it a hate crime.
Alright, the state of Florida allowed this display in 2014 after previously rejecting the same exact display for being grossly offensive the year before.
Because they were hating on the Satanists too.
Now after the state of Florida caved into the Satanists, they did not cave.
They did not cave, they were forced to abide because they have a constitutional right just
live
like
up the equal treatment law.
Yeah.
The state is seeking to prosecute Miss Heinrich. It's dropped charges, like I said, for what they did the year before in not allowing the satanic display to greet visitors and the children to the Capitol building.
They're doing this because she committed a crime against them. That's why they're doing this, and that's about pretty much what they got to say.
Yeah, it's like this will provide for Miss Heinrich's legal defense.
Oh, fuck you. She did something awful, and she's going to have a terrible time getting a job. That's why we try to avoid committing hate crimes in our day-to-day life.
I'll say this: boldness is great when you're doing something good, but you can equally be bold doing something incredibly stupid. And this is sort of a situation. Facing no consequences for that. Well, that's just
she's not catching any honest shit. I mean, the only justice this woman's going to see is that she's going to have a damn sure enough hard time actually getting a job. And you know what?
I doubt anyone who cares. I think the charges dropped. Nobody's going to give a damn. And
in 8 years, she'll be filing for Social Security anyway.
Yeah.
So you know what? This woman is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a little note of something we both found incredibly ridiculous. This entire defense here is absurd and wrong and biased in every single way. I mean, there's an expression of wearing blinders so that you don't have a full perspective. This is more like one of those boxes that you use to look at a solar eclipse. That's what this whole thing is, and we had to record it. So anyway, thanks for listening. Saludos. And all this woman is facing is 60 days in jail.
No, not 60 days. Not the Catholic warrior. All she's trying to do is fight the forces of Satan.